I have been trying to get myself together to do this today. But you know, I need to go get Christmas down, and hubby's doing crafty stuff outside. I guess I should call it tractor stuff, not crafty stuff. And I got some new lamps because I think my room is too dark. When it's not sunny outside, I feel like it's not enough light. So I got two new lamps, and I've had these lamps before. I took them with me to a crop with a big ballroom, and it's a really dark crop. So I knew I was going to need lights, and I don't know, for some reason I didn't like them. So I returned them, and now guess what? I bought them again. Hello, Maxine. How are you? You're going to really like these lamps. They're really nice. They're nice and slim. Here's the whole lamp, okay? One, it's gold, so I love it. Let me get all of this put together. And it's nice and slim, and it is considered a, what do we call it? Floor lamp, okay? But I put it on my desk because I need it up high. So it's okay if you put your floor lamp on your desk. Did you know that? Yes, you can do that. So, hi Maxine, how are you? Remind me, Queen Mom Kathy. Kathy's there with me. How are you doing today? How are things going? Are you ready? Are we ready for, okay, so here's the base, super heavy. So I put this on my table. And then you kind of just build the lamp that comes in pieces, okay? So I'm doing that as we are getting ready, and I can see that it's 3 o'clock, so we will talk about lamp later because I want to get started. We have our Crop at Home 5 boot camp going on. Yes, we do. I'm plugging everything in. Talk about lamps, lights. Okay, so here is regular. I have 6 can lights and my big chandelier on, okay? And now if I turn one lamp on, I don't think you can see the difference. I'm looking at the light in there. I don't think you can see the difference, but I can. So let's look. Let's see if that gets any brighter. Ooh, it's hard to. There. That one I think is as bright as it can go. And the other thing I like about this lamp is it comes with a remote control, and the entire thing is metal, so it just sticks to the wall. So there you go. Inspiration, thank you so much. Let me see, that's Shirley with me, right? Let me take a look. Hi Dale, how are you? Doing well. I hope everybody's having a wonderful first start of the new year. And with the new year, my goal is to have a joyful time at home, whether we are working on the other house, whether we are, my husband's outside doing tractor work, not crafty work, tractor, or doing stuff here at home, but I want to be filled with joy. That is my next time that I get, my goal for me. And then I want to be productive. So I want to have joy and be productive. Oh, you like this one. This is a lovely dress. This is my, when did I get it? Mother's Day. Mother's Day. And believe it or not, it is from Walmart. Yes, Walmart. I think it's called Scoop. Scoop, 2 O's. Like 20 bucks. Look, I'm a shopper. I like to shop, but I want to bargain just like everybody else, right? So today's class is going to be on compound borders. The goal for our series, Scrapbook Boot Camp, is that we want to get prepped up and have the right mindset. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you. Have the right mindset to be productive and to not freak out when we're in Crop at Home 5, Crop at Home 5, 118 days away. Yeah, we're almost there. I know I'm a goofball. It's okay. So I want to talk about borders, okay? If you do some borders, okay, borders are super fun to do. I think this can be a class all on its own. Okay, now I made mine completely flat because this is in my simple paisley book, and paisley book, that's like an inch. It's super thin. That thing cannot hold anything. So I think it would be lovely if it was all popped up, but we can't do it. Hi Dale, how are you? Thank you so So those borders are absolutely yummy. Yes. And so I'm going to go through making compound borders. And to me, compound borders are essential. It's something that you can do just like making rosettes, embellishments, making these look next level. Okay. So not just doing a simple border and one border, but adding another one and then another one and then another one, and always kind of the trick for me, or the idea for me, is to always change the texture of the paper, and that really makes the border pop. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on today. Hello everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me see if I can get everything going. I thought I was starting early, but so much for that. Let's see. We have Dell here with me. Hi, Dell. How are you? And Maxine and Kelly and Sharon Foyt. Hi, welcome. You are in New Braunfels. New Braunfels is like around the corner from me, like halfway to San Antonio. I'm in Columbus, Texas, over here by Weimar, New Ulm. Anyway, we're very close, Sharon. Wendy, hi Wendy, how are you? The Anna Griffin purple foil. Oh, that would be cute with my purple bow, right? Yes. And Kelly and Dale. Okay, so we are going to talk about borders because we want to be able to say, this is what I want to do to a border. And you know, on my border here, I did them all flat. Okay, so if you like a flat book, you just have to put those books in it. You know that on this very last border here, the bottom, I probably would have pleated it or box pleated or ruffled it, but I was trying to keep it nice and thin and flat. Okay, so that is what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started. Hello everybody, my name is Martha. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so privileged and happy to have you here with me. I just can't tell you guys enough how much you guys all mean to me. I love getting to know you, so send me some comments, send me some questions. I was thinking we can do probably about 3, 4, maybe 5 of these little classes, and then go and do a crop after, where we do Zoom crops together and kind of learn from each other and have questions and get to know each other. Hello, Laurel, how are you? Nice to see you. So let me see, I was talking to Shirley earlier, and we talked about paper trimmers and how we can really work well together with our paper during Crop at Home 5. It's all about Crop at Home 5 now. We have 118 days till Crop at Home 5. So that's super exciting for me. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over and I'm going to show you my page. I already have pictures. I already have journaling, which is really big for me to have all of that stuff ready and to go. Okay, so let's get that part together, and let's see what we have going on. Okay, let's see if we have anything else. Let's see. Questions. Thank you, Kelly. I am so glad that you caught me live. I do not have a schedule right now. I am trying to get this house sold. I have about, I don't know, 10, 15 days left to close. So I am doing everything possible to get this off my plate. And then I can maybe get a schedule going with you guys. I'd love to do this, like maybe, I don't know. It has to be, I know we all have things going on during the day, but for me, the best time is during the morning hours. I just have to get it together in the evening, and then we know what's going on in the daytime. But it'll be on replay if you're not live with us. But I love the live time because we get to talk to each other. So here we go. Let me move my camera down to the bottom, and I will show you what I have been working with. Let me see, where are my borders? Okay, so I went and pulled out Crop at Home 1. I have been going back to Crop at Home 1, those layouts that we did, so that you can, well, for me, I was going back to Crop at Home 1 so that I can remember what we learned, what we had to prep. And so I am going back to that area so that we can learn and kind of do each class one at a time. I'm not going to repeat the exact same class. I don't know if you noticed, but the class that I did, excuse me, the other day, let's see, I don't know where it went. I have to find it. The page that was pink with me in a silver dress on. That was my interpretation of class 1 from Crop at Home 1. Did you guys get it? Did you see it? Okay, for today I am using Crop at Home 1, this gorgeous one. This is one of my absolute favorite, plus the shadow, plus the embossing folders. Hey, don't you just love these nice, big, huge borders? I love them. And they have a shadow, and they have a embossing folder. Crop at Home 1, best one ever. Yes. Okay, so I'm using that, and I'm using paisley. I went back and got some vellum. Okay, I'm using kind of like this bright vellum, but what I'm actually using is the back of it. I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I like this little white ashy mess that we get from the vellum. And then I'm using a paper kit, Simply Astrid. Okay, that's the kit I'm using. So let's get let me move over to my desk so that we can kind of look at that together and start putting it together, and I can build the border with you so that you can kind of see how I did it. And then we go from there. You have to think about it as far as when we start to get together, building your border, and you do it the way you want to. If you want to make it flat, if you want to make it high, high skyscrapers, if you want to put ruffles, it's yours to do as you like. Okay, so we're going around here. I do know I have to spin this around. Hello, Sharon. How are you? And I have Wendy with me. Oh, how lovely. Wendy knows how stressful it is to sell a house, right, Wendy? That is just, I'm just so happy that it is towards the end. We are waiting to the end. So, okay, here we are. Let's turn this all on. Okay, and move this over. I am so happy, Kelly, that you are here with me live. These borders are, okay, so the borders are what we have from the Simply class, okay. Crop at Home 1 dies and folders are the best. I agree, Kelly. I think that they are just fabulous. Okay, so here is, okay, so here's the page that I'm working on. I don't know, how are you guys seeing this? Is there enough light? I feel like it's not enough light, but I don't know. I feel like it's not, it's too dark, but I don't have my other lamp up, so that's what I have is what I have. Okay, and then here we have the companion page. We are doing a double page layout, and I have built one of the borders ready. Okay, I have pictures ready, and I did some of the vellum flowers. These are the 3D engraving flowers. I cut them with vellum and inked the die. Eve Young taught us how to do that. Works really good with those. It's not an impression die, it's just a 3D one, okay? Alrighty, so my layout is going to be very simple, but the extreme part of it is the border, okay? Don't worry about Louie. I promise nobody is hurting him. He just is sounding like somebody's about to kill the poor dog. Yes. Okay, and so the base for my page is right here. Hey, Mary Beth Edge, how are you? This is the set you don't have, the Crop at Home 1 dies. You are kidding me. I'm so sad that is one of the best dies. Okay, so here's where my pictures are gonna sit. And then I have the layout page on this side. And I don't know which one is up or down. You know, I feel like the little scoop scallop should be on the top, but then this flower looks like it's going down. Or am I crazy? Maybe this is the bottom. I think so. I think that makes more sense to my head. There. Okay. And what we have here is journaling, date. I'm hoping that I'll always know who these people are. They're my sister and her 2 daughters and my son. Okay. And then we're going to come over here to do the extra stuff. Okay, so I was telling you I used light pink vellum, kind of blush. I would say it's a blush color, and inked it with the gold you fill up your ink pad die. You fill, I'm so sorry. Crop at Home 1 came with embossing folders. Yes. And shadows. Yes. And it was like $250. Yes. Okay. No more for me. Okay, here's those dies. And then I went and did the Flourish embossing folders and did them in a bright pink, and then did them also in the blush. Okay, this is just me having extra stuff to hang out with and decorate my stuff with. Okay, and then I did them in gold. All right, and we have here the embossing folders from Crop at Home 1. Okay, this is the embossing folder. It comes with the die set. I ran it with the embossing folder. You do that. I did the shadow and then the folder, and then this is what you get. This is the front end, but I really like the way this white part looks, especially up against my paper. Okay, so that is how I am doing that. Okay, we are going to build the pink border right now. And let's talk about building these borders. This one I think is Crop at Home 3. Okay, I really like the way this little flourish right here looks compared to the little flourish that is on this little thing right here, that little gold scoopy. Okay, and then these are the German borders. Love the German borders. One, you get two sides with one run, which I love, and then you just kind of cut that trim off. And then this is just extra. Here's my extra. Okay, and then 2 of the embossing folders. Another one of the flowers. The nice thick one. And then this is from one page, 112 by 12, the little lacies. Okay, that is where my border is. Okay, so we are doing the top, and then we're gonna do the little tiny German border on the side. Okay, that is how I usually start my set, is usually how I start it. Okay, and this is a sticky thumb, has little notches on it here, and it kind of pulls your paper up. Okay, and you don't have to pull all of it, just a little. I usually do half of one. Okay, and I do add extra because I don't know how much this is going to be in there. And on this is the one that I'm working on. I'm trying to show you right there. This little, it's kind of like nude colored one, and that is the one that I'm working on. And I just want it just barely peeking out. It's kind of looks like a little tiny petticoat. Okay. And I am cutting it off because I have extra, so I'm just putting it on a little piece. And you kind of have to look at your border and decide how much do you want it to show. Okay, how much do you want that little piece to be showing? I want it just basically a little tiny petticoat to be showing, because there is so much for us to show that I just want a tiny bit of this showing. Okay, and here. And this is not a 12-inch die. That's why I'm kind of playing around with the size. Okay. Just because it is not a 12-inch die doesn't mean you can't use it. You can still use it. Okay, now I'm going to come over to the other side. Take that little piece off. And I'll have to show you how I've got ink on this. Now this is vellum, and from my vellum experience and the little videos that I have been watching about vellum, you can ink vellum, but you have to heat set it, is what I understand I'm supposed to do. So I used it, I inked it earlier, and then I heat set it, and then I kind of just let it sit there for a while before. I'm not an inky person, so I don't know the rules for inking and why they ink and what they do. And if you're asking me what dye ink I'm using, I am using the Griffin Gold. I wanted to use the silver, but I couldn't find the silver pad. It's not where it should be. Isn't that interesting? Yes, and my room is still in declutter mode. I am trying to, my cabinetry was supposed to be delivered 31st, and it didn't come. Guess somebody doesn't have cabinets. Okay, and that is my lovely Louie. He's barking at nobody outside. Yep, he does that sometime. Okay, so here now I have the whole set done, and this is as much as I need. I don't worry too much about not getting the very bottom. It's gonna be fine, okay? And then after this one, the next one that we're doing is the gold. Okay, so we are going from the paper, actual cardstock border. Hello, Jonah, how are you? And then we go, like I was asking you to change textures, we went to the vellum, and now we're going to the gold, which is the gold foil one, okay? And to me, that is what makes these look so pretty, is that when we change the texture of the material that we're using. And I am adding another strip of double-sided ATG tape just for fun, just to make sure that it's going to be on. And sometimes if you don't want it to be so strong, you kind of put it on your fabric clothes, pick up a little bit of lint, and that kind of helps not be so strong, because I sometimes want to change it. And then the next thing, when you add another die border to your set, you kind of want to pay attention where you're going to put your border at, okay? And I noticed I wanted my border to start right on that little loopy and then end on this one, okay? And by loopy, I mean this little piece right here is what I want my border to start. And then over here, I want it to finish on this little, let me make sure I was looking at the little underneath. Yep. I want it to end right here on top of this little two parts where the two parts split open. Okay. Here we go. Right there, and then I kind of hold that piece down firmly and try to gently start moving the border up and down. You want some of it to be out, you want some of it to be in, and then I'm ending out right on in between those two little things here, okay? So there is that border, and we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. And I want it to be this way. Okay. And going all the way across and between those two. Okay. Very nice and easy, right? All we did was two borders, and look how gorgeous that looks. Now, this could look so much prettier if you put a strip of pop-up dots in between to give you some more dimension, but I'm going flat, okay? But that's your choice. You can add more if you want. Did embossing folders come with Crop at Home 1? Yes, they did. Crop at Home 1 had shadows, I want to say 4 dies, and shadows came with them, and 4 embossing folders. And the entire $250. It was a bargain. It was an absolute steal. I think it was one of those things that you they are going to get you on the first one, and then you're going to buy it forever, even if the price doubled because you loved it so much. Happy to be sitting in my quiet craft room and making tags. Oh, I love it. Okay, well then make a tag with and practice your tags, and make some borders on those gorgeous tags. Compound borders, double. So now we have the sticker, the vellum and the foil. And so now we're coming in to add the big thick cardstock. This is a pearl pink color, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's a 12 by 12 paper that came in our mystery box. Yes, it did, in our mystery box. Okay, so now the next one is the pink that comes through here. And I kind of want that little middle flower right here, this little middle flower, to be right in the same spot with that scallop. Do you see that? So make you some landmarks when you're starting to look at borders. Make a landmark so that both sides kind of look the same. Okay, so these little flowers here in the middle are going to kind of go in between, and that is where I can kind of hold and then move this one and hold. Okay, and move this one around, and then I can kind of press down. Okay, and now you have another lacy doily border on the back of that, and we're doing the same thing. We're coming back around. I'm just thinking about, let me think, my new friend in San Marcos. Like, I'm trying to look at your name. Sharon Foyt in San Marcos. Do you remember going to the conventions there? I love that convention house. Oh, so much fun. Okay. Now I'm going back to these flowers right there, and right here. Okay. And then I'm going down. And we're pressing. Oh, that doesn't look right, because look at this bump over here. So let's peel that off. And when you peel it off and you put a little lint in between, it won't be so hard to take off. Okay. That is my secret weapon, because this paper is going to be all underneath a page protector. So you don't have to use super heavy duty glue for every single bit. Okay, I'm looking at my flowers to go in between. Oh, it's stuck. Right there. That little bump. And now I think I'm a little bit better on the balance here. Okay. Okay, so now we're going down completely. Now we have this lovely embossing with the vellum. If you emboss vellum, this beautiful pink, it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, one side is dipped in like concaved, and one is convex, which is this white part, which is kind of like a pimple. Okay, and I love that part because you can really see the deliciousness of this embossing folder. Okay, so that is why I am using that part and hanging up. Now go back to your landmarks, and I want to be able to see the little fingers that come in between here of this little lace. I want to be able to see that little tiny piece. Do you see what I mean? So I don't want it to be the lace to be so far out. I just want to be able to see the little piece in between. Okay, so when I'm putting it down, I'm going to measure like right there. Okay, I want those little, but you can go just as far out as you want, but for my purpose, I don't need it to be that thick. Okay, this is a border. I don't need it to be that thick. And I am having to double check and make sure I'm putting the glue on the right side. Now vellum is a little bit harder to use your glue because you can see it, but this time we're sneaking it underneath a already existing border, so there's no problems on how you can get it in. And right here. And I am super busy today. I would love to come back and do some tags with you guys. I have a whole box that I have over that I would love to play with. But I need to tear down Christmas today is the plan. So now we're going to bring this one down, and we are going to be measuring that the little scallop going in is as much as I want it to be showing, okay? So we are going a little bit further in. I'm thinking about right there. And this one can go here. Okay. I promise nobody's going to be able to see that that we are not perfectly balanced from one side to the other side. Hey, Dell, how are you? The lacy pinks from the mystery box. Yes, I have this lacy pink that's kind of a pale one, and then I think I swapped with Annie or somebody, and I got like a peachy melon one. So that was really, and it's pearly. It's like a really awesome mystery gift. Yeah, I'm totally with you. Okay, so now here is the other side. So when you put them together, they should be kind of sort of the same. And I'm looking at them. This just looks way bigger. Let's see if the one side is way bigger. I don't know if I want to do anything to that. Maybe we should bring it in a little bit more. Let's go and do it in a little tiny bit more. Look how easy that comes off, because I put it on my shirt, and then before we do that extra heavy, strong one. Okay, let's get that right there. Okay, and then we're going right here. Oh, that one's a little bit much. And we're going back up. Okay. Let's see, now if we put them together, they should be close to the same size, which is so funny because I think that they're wider at the bottom than on the top. And they both are. Isn't that funny? Okay, and the my vellum was not a perfect size 12. I think I was missing a quarter of an inch or something. Maybe I used it with something else. So I have these sharp corners on my vellum, and I'm just kind of giving it a little tiny snippy haircut. You see right here that little tiny sharp spot, and I kind of just give it a little curve just so it's not so noticeable to my eyeball. Hey B, how are you? We are working on compound borders, okay? We just put this together. Now let's count how many borders we have. The top sticker one, the peachy vellum with a gold frost in it, and then we have the gold foil. The idea being that we should change up the textures of material when you're making a border, just to give it that extra interest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 layers of borders. Yes, we said compound. We should have put compound extreme. Okay, so what do you think? That is just perfection. I love it. Okay, and now we're going to come over to our pages, because the whole idea is to get a picture and a page of paper, and let's make sure that my papers are sitting in the right direction. Okay, and here, and we're going to put this one here and another one over here. And my pictures are different sizes, so the one on my top here are heavier. And I just remember hearing yesterday, Crop at Home 1 class. Where is that class at? Let me think. Oh my goodness. I'm so prepared that my Crop at Home 1 class, this is the class that we did for Scrapbook Bootcamp Class 1. Okay, it was this page. It's already in my book. That's why it's so perfect. It's already done. But what I was trying to tell you earlier is that I have gone back to Crop at Home 1, and I'm going to watch the shows and look at each page and try to remember what I learned from that page. So on this page, to me, it was all about the gutting and filleting of the edges. And that is what we talked about last time. We did a little fillet on the outside, on the inside. We stretched out a photo to make it fun. That is Crop at Home 1, Class 1. My interpretation of it. It's not the same page collection, paper collection, but that was a class. This one is not anybody's class. I just wanted to talk about common borders. Okay. What is a platform? What platform is Crop at Home 1 on? I don't know. I have it on, what is it called? The instructions, the paper instructions. I don't think Crop at Home 1 is available anymore. I think we've talked about that, Maxine. I don't think that's alive anymore, wherever it may be at. I think it died with whatever new system we got now. Okay, so now I'm going to add, I'm not going to, I'm going to keep this flat because this book is really thin. So it's not that I can't find it. Crop at Home 1 is, it was called Crowdcast. Does that sound correct? Crowdcast, and now we're on Swap Card. But I don't know if Crowdcast still exists. I have no idea. Okay, now we're going to go and glue this down because I want to glue these down before I glue my pictures. Okay, and I am gluing that part and here. And I don't have to use a whole lot of glue because the glue, it's going to be safe in its page protector. Alrighty, here's this one. And we are going to add, I'm moving it to the edge, not too much to the edge, but to the edge. And yes, it looks crooked to me. Which way did I just decide the little flowers go this way to me? The little blue flowers are on top. In my life, I don't know. In your book, you might want to do them a different direction. Okay, right there. So there's a little tiny edge on this side, not too much. And then here, and now I'm on the other page, I'm going to do the same thing. The little blue flowers for me are up and this little swoosh is at the bottom. And now we will do this part. Yeah, I think it was called Crowdcast. For some reason, that's coming back to me. But I have the written instructions somewhere in my life. That's what I've been looking at. And of course, the pages that we made, I think class 1 was Handsome. I have it somewhere. But, okay, so now I'm kind of looking at this page, and I want this side to be kind of the same. And it does look crazy that my vellum is backwards, but I'm okay with that. And I'm going to pay attention to not the vellum, but the sticker in the middle to be straight. Okay, because I think my vellum is all kind of wrong. And if it's bothering my eyeball later, I will add flowers to that spot. How about that? Okay, now the next ones are my pictures. And on this, I had a little date somewhere. Here. Okay, so my sister and me and the grandkiddos for my dad. This was an event that we went to at my mother and father brother's cemetery. And I kind of think I like it there, right on the edge. And I'm going up because I want to be able to have the date below, on top. I can't decide. Let's see. I like them together with a little tiny edge on the side. Yep, let's do that. This again is Simply Paisley Scrapbook Kit. And here is the date. It was December 22nd. my father's anniversary of death, and then we will put that. I kind of feel like I want to put it on the border. And for right now, I'm kind of just lightly put that there. I'm putting it on my shirt. So there, and put that right there. Okay. And I think we want to put flowers all over. But for right now, this page here is now finished. Okay, there's a date. There's 2 pictures. I know the story. Here's the story written down in the journal. It's double pages. Yeah, I think, oh, it's like a cornucopia. Kelly, you're so smart. Ah, yes. Okay. Dell, it's not on Crowdcast anymore. Dell, okay, well, they see, yeah, it's not on Crowdcast anymore. Okay. So it's been like deleted or whatever we want to call it. It's not been paid for again. Yeah. I have the written instructions, little piece of paper, and I was looking at my scrapbook page and looking at it and seeing that you know what I wanted to learn, what I've learned from it so far. Okay, I'm trying to see if you can see both of these pages together. I have car. I have, it's not that I can find what platform is Crop at Home on. Yeah, Crop at Home 1, I guess, is not on any platform. I guess that's what we're finding out. Okay, I want to do the 2 on the gold part, maybe together, hiding underneath the little pink like this. Does that make sense? I guess we could do the whole stretch out. Let's look. Yes, okay. Let's stretch it all out then. Okay, here is this part. And on this one is the journaling, and then I came back and typed it, and I have the little white paper, and I went and cut this part out. The story is quite elaborate, and I kind of just summarized it onto what I needed to say for the moment. Okay, and then I'm going to do this top one, and you can see this is the same thing I have cut out around. So the gold is somewhere, the insert of the gold is somewhere in my life. Okay, now if I have this here, that is on the mark, and then this one would be marking right about there. And then this one can sit right in between the 2. I love that. I didn't have a very good picture of this one, and I had to kind of tweak the picture a lot. So I took out because I had to adjust the light so much. The gorgeous sunset was not present anymore, but on this other picture you can see the sunset. It's a beautiful sunset. I thought that was really lovely. Okay, so now we are putting this one right here in between these 2 peeps. Okay, there. Now I think I want to move this, and I will recommend when you want to lift up your page and readjust, that not to lift up straight, but to give it a little bit of a twist or a wiggle. And I think that the tape is easier to remove when you kind of give it a little twist. Okay, so here is my 2 pieces. And I have this one that says moments. I don't know why I have moments when I did the journaling there as like a title. Moments in time, moments in life, moments, rough times. And now I want to put some flowers around here, okay? Because I love a good flower. I love some flourishes. And I'm kind of thinking that the little flowers that have the little blue, I think they're too small. Let's see. Okay, so now the next trick that I love to follow, guide that I like to follow when I am doing scrapbooking, is that I want to have sets of 3 in my world. So 1, 2, and maybe a bouquet of flowers here would be 3. So if this one was to have a set of flowers here, okay, I'm moving my little date to include that little piece here. Moving this one and putting it into that little spot. You see how that worked? Okay, and then I would like, do I have one that's blue? Only these. You see that? You kind of have to wiggle it around where you want it, but I am seeing 1, 2, 3 little bouquets of stuff, okay? So then I kind of find the top of my bouquet, and then I go back to find the bottom of my bouquet. And my bouquet, I love to start with something that that is like a doily or something see-through, which I love to do these little flowers and bring in the vellum texture from this border. So I kind of wanted to kind of stick it in between here and add that texture so that your border is relating, it is making sense with your embellishments, okay? You want it to kind of feel like it belongs together. It was the plan. The plan was to have this all along, although you want it to feel organic, but you also want it to feel put together, okay? So here is my little basket holding all my little flowers. And then we do have a lot of gold, so I cut out a bunch of gold embellishments. That doesn't mean that I'm going to use them all. It just means that I have choices. And oh, this is really pretty on that because it's almost the exact same twirly here. The twirly. Okay, and then maybe a nice big one for this one. Okay, trying to embrace them, and I think I want another one on the bottom of this one. Okay. One, two, three. Okay, and then I also made more in the nude, just so that you can kind of see what your choices are. But this is nude without the inking on it. Okay, you see that is just nude. And then this is the inking on the die. Okay. And I don't think I like that one. So we will take that one out, and I will put it in a little stash for it to be used at another time. And then I did the hot pink also, which is this one. And I think that makes more sense to have in here than that light pink. And again, I am using the opposite side of the vellum because I want that white texture part to show through. Okay, there we go. So we have lots of gold foils left over. I'll put them in there to use another time. I have still more of the little nude flowers here that have that little gold embossing part. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? I'm so glad you're here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now let's put together these little sets of flowers. And now that we've kind of thought about how we want them to sit, right? Let me move this one out of the way and bring this one over. Donna, how cold is it there? It is not cold here in Texas until tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think they're saying it's going to be like 28 tomorrow night. Tomorrow during the day, it'll be like 78. And then it is going to drop to some crazy 28 in a day because, you know, it's Texas. It is Texas. Okay. And I think I kind of like this there. So I'm putting a little bit of glue on this flower. It curls up because I ran it through the die and ran it through, heated it up. Okay, so now I have this one that I can put there. And I really love the way this gold is sticking out on top of the flower itself. And this does have double-sided, it's a sticker. So if we press and pull up, you see, we'll be able to kind of find the edge of it and pull that little piece up. And then what I like to do is run a little bit of wet glue on these little pieces just to make sure they don't lift up. But again, you don't have to over glue because it is going to be on a page, covered, protected by a page protector. Okay. So, and then I'm going to put a little wet glue on this one also. And you kind of hold this in your hand and you kind of play around with how much you want what to be peeking through. And I like the idea of this little pink one coming through the bottom. So you see, every time I press it down, I'm taking up that glue, so I am adding more glue into those little pieces. And maybe even a little bit more of a spray going up. I don't know, do we do it on the back? Do we do it on the front of the nude one? I don't think you can see it. There we go. Kind of giving it a little lift motion going up. Just, you know, it takes a little time to find which way you want your floral arrangement to look. I like to play around with it, and I use wet glue because that gives me a little time to decide where I want it, what I want it to look like. Okay, and then sometimes I also hold it with a tweezer because my big chunky fingers aren't in the way of looking at it. All right, about there. Okay, and then holding all of those little pieces down. And there is my elaborate set of floral arrangements. Donna, I'm heading out to Fort Lauderdale on Friday, boarding a cruise. Oh, how fun. You love the cold, no bugs. Then you will not love Texas. There is hot, 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 and bugs flying all over the place. Flying, crawling. Yes. It's a constant fight with the bugs. You are correct. Okay, so now this one, I really like the way this little date tag goes there, and I'm going to sneak a little bit extra glue to make sure it stays right in that little space. I am liking that little thing right there. I'm going to add some glue. This is the ATG generic that I get it from, what is it called? Glue Jungle? No, Jungle Tape. Okay, and I'm having my little flower and kind of using it as a background to kind of give some separation from all of the blue that's in the back of this. Okay, like that. And maybe we'll sneak a little gold in here on both sides. Today I'm taking down my Christmas stuff. How about that? Has anybody done that yet? It's such a chore. I'm pretty fast at the tearing it down. It's the going up that is not fast for me. Well, it's not going to glue if I don't take the tape off of it. Girly, girly. There we go. Take all of this part off. So we need to do crop at home. I'm sorry, we need to do scrapbook class 3, and scrapbook class 3. I think the next lesson that we have to practice is mitering, the good old mitering. I think that is something that we all kind of struggle with, and I think that we should talk about different ways that we have to miter, and then finding the one that fits you best. Okay, we all have a little touch of the OCD situation going on, or completely not, and we have to decide how perfect are those miters going to be for you to be happy with your gorgeous creation, your scrapbook. I have lately been using the mitering where only one of my actual edges gets mitered, and I'm okay with that. I'm feeling, I think I need another flower on this one. I am feeling okay with that. And somebody said to me, well, isn't it thick? And I thought, yeah, I guess so. I hadn't thought about that. But it's all, again, in your book. So who is judging how thick your corners are? But yes, it does make it thick if you're doing that. So I think next time we need to practice and have a bunch of borders cut and go around the entire, I think I want it dead center here. I do want to sneak in a little hot pink though, right into that little space. And practice with the mitering, okay? Mitering with a X-Acto knife, the real mitering, right? With the X-Acto knife. Okay, I think I like the way my little bouquet is here. Okay, it is the flowers, the date, 2 roses, the gold, the pink. Do you see what I'm saying when I'm talking about a bouquet? If you like now how your little bouquet sits, then you can glue it all together. If you can hold it in your hand and imagine how it would sit on your space, then you're ready to go. And I kind of decided that I wanted this low and the date on the center of my blue border here above it. And then this loveliness here, I feel like it needs to be like a, what do we call that? A corner. Okay, so I might need to have 2 of these lovely things if I am doing that. I don't know. Okay. Use the embellishments. I know I am really stingy on my embellishments, and I end up not using them. But you know what? I am trying to use my stash this year. This year, you know, I was just telling my husband the other day when I moved a bunch of stuff because I was getting my cabinets brought in, and that wall was like completely empty. And I said, oh man, that looks so good with nothing there. And all that was there before was one of those little church benches. It's kind of like the foyer. And so I was, have a little church bench that you put your shoes on. And it kind of reminded me of the time when we were just married and we didn't have any furniture and the house was like 90% empty. And it was just such a wonderful time to remember building your home, right? So I was telling him, I think we should leave it like that. Maybe we should move that bench somewhere else. Like, why do we have it there? Who sits there? I know. Why is there so much stuff in our house? There's stuff all over the place. Okay, so here is my corner. I'm deciding to go with the corner situation here. And I'm adding my little vellum rose to the back of it. And I think I have my roses, and I'll show you how I did that with the gold in just a minute. I didn't think about that, but you might want to see it done. And you see how pretty that looks? It looks really pretty with the dark shadow paint, the gold, and on the dark part of the photo. And we shall put this one here. Okay, so we are kind of making a little corner flower area. Bouquet composition would be a great class. Ah, there you go. Okay, so mitering and bouquet composition. Is that too much to do one here? We're just talking about borders. But let's, mitering is tough. We should leave that one alone. Mitering is a tough one because you have to be able to, you have to like it. And it's a tough class. So we should do mitering all by itself. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Okay, so I'm kind of putting it on. Well, I am by no means a florist. I only go by what I like when it comes to bouquet composition. I do not have, I am not a florally person by any means. I don't have cut flowers or anything like that in my house. I always tell my husband, please just buy me a tree for Valentine's Day. The cut flower situation is so sad for me because it just dies. I like the idea of a live tree that I can see later, that somebody could enjoy also in the future. Okay, if I'm putting my little bouquet here, then I can add that there. Okay, you see that? So to me, the little vellum part of this bouquet is the baby's breath. Okay, the vellum is that little airy space that is holding on to that area. And then I'm going to add a little tiny pop of unexpected color, which is this bright pink. And I don't think I have any more of this. And I'm going to kind of sneak it in here because I have a little piece that's cut. Okay, just like that. See how it's kind of bright pink on this side because this is the real side of the vellum. I'm using the part that has the white creases in it. Okay, so look at that gorgeousness. Ah, really extreme. Yes. And I guess that would be really fun if I had the word moments on top of it. What, like family moments, blessed moments? I don't know. But I'm not going to put it on because I don't know why I would say moments. But there's not really a title to this page, right? Everybody wants a title. Okay, now let's lift this up and let's look at the bouquet part, right? The two corners, I'm kind of layering these two in. And then we did 2 of the gold and then 2 of the rose and then 1 little sneak of the hot pink just to kind of give it that extra color in there, kind of the unexpected color. Why not? Why can't you have a little unexpected color in your lovely book? Okay. And here, something unexpected. It's fun. Okay. And then we're bringing it around this way. And I need to stand up for this one. Yes, I am loving my stand-up desk. I am really loving that because it is forcing me to stand up when I'm cutting my dies. And where's my little rag? Thank goodness that went right over my little sweet girl. Okay, so here is our page. What do you think? Okay, and then our other page goes right here. So this is a completed spot. I keep looking at that moments, you know. Family moments, moments in time. Somebody give me some ideas there to add moments. I just don't think it's finished. Okay, so here is our page. We have our extreme border. We have a date. We have journaling. My little nieces, Arissa and Mackenzie and Nick and my sweet sister. The Yes, and there we go. So here are our pages. What do you think? So next is going to be, let's move this around so I can talk to you, loves. Hi, how's everybody? What did you think? The extreme border class. Okay, extreme borders. So that is what did we decide that was 5? Border 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, so that each side, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8, and then the top is 9, okay, on the border department, okay? And that is what we did. And then we made sure we had a date, and we have journaling done, okay? We are stuck on a title, on an official title. I don't think I use official titles on my border, on my pages. I'm okay with it just having the date and the journal, but this lovely thing here that says moments, it keeps calling my name. So do you put moments? Like, why moments? Anyway, loves, next time we're going to talk about mitering. We'll cut a bunch of these borders out and get some ugly paper, and we just want to practice. We want to practice together so that we can kind of get used to border cutting, all of these lovely borders. So I'm going to give you homework. Cut a bunch of borders with a bunch of ugly paper. I don't know what kind of ugly paper we have, but you know what? We might as well do real pretty paper, and then you'll have them ready, okay? So we want at least 4 to make a bunch of 4 frames, okay? And then we will cut the borders out. And you wanted me to show you how to do the die cutting, the dyeing with, let me get my dies that I had. Okay, I use these 2. The floral layers, 3D floral layers, and the German border dies, okay? Those were the 2 that I used for, what is it called? Die cutting, but making it look, and I'm gonna show you, using ink on it, okay? So let me bring this down real quick, and I'm just gonna use a little piece of scrap paper because I don't have any more of the vellum that I was using, okay? And my magnet piece is, don't judge, it is down to nothing, okay? So yes, I have way too many layers. So according to my sweet friend Eve Young, the impression die cutting, or die cutting and then inking at the same time, works best on these 3D dies that don't have a bunch of holes, okay? So the way I did it is I have my top right here, have my ink pad, and I go in here and I press into the die all by itself, okay? Okay, and then my vellum, and I already have it done. This is just a sample. And I press into it, and I'm going to put the metal on top and my plastic plate, and then we're gonna cut it. Eve showed us how to do this at our crop that we had right before Create 10. She gave us an inking lesson. Okay, so now you take this part off, and you will have the most beautiful inks in the embossing areas of your paper. Okay, and that's how I used, let me see if I'm going in the right direction. Okay, and you can kind of barely start to see going in the wrong direction. That is how you end up with this gorgeous die set. Oh, that is too funny. Now this is vellum, so vellum smears the ink off. Okay, so therefore you must hold the ink, the spot. You have to hold your die. Thank you, Cynthia, for my purple outfit. It is from my lovely Walmart. Anyway, and then you have to ink set this with a little heat set it. Okay, otherwise your ink will smear right off of the vellum. That's what the people on YouTube told me to do. So that is what I did. It's kind of heat set it, and then it won't smear off. But you can kind of see all the gorgeous little gold in here. It shows up a lot better on my light pink, but I don't have very much light pink. Let's see if I have any light pink space stuff. You know, I'm going through my file, the file of trash that, let's try it on this oh my goodness. If you guys saw this that I just have in my trash can, you will get mad at me. This whole piece right here came from my trash can. Let's try it with the pastel pearl paper. Pastel pearl paper. Yes. Okay. Does that fit there? Yep, it does. Okay, so my thing is I hold this up. I am not a dirty inker. I'm not a dirty crafter. I like it to be nice and clean. I have wipies with me at all times. I want to stay ink free. I don't like my fingers being dirty. I wear gloves at work, okay? So there's that. And then I put this down. Make sure all our layers here are correct. It's okay, honey. It's Louie. He's barking because he can. He's a little baby. Okay, and then we sandwich everything together. I'm missing a sandwich on the bottom. A sandwich on the top. Ah, here. Okay, and then we will run it through. I don't think that cut correctly. Let's see. I don't think my sandwich was correct. Okay, that's okay. You guys get the hint here. So now I recommend this also being heat set because I think that the pearl paper would be also seem to run. Does that make any sense? It would smear. So heat set it just for fun, but look at how gorgeous that gold looks. Yeah. It's really pretty. Okay, so we will have to get with Eve because Eve does this. She understands the chemistry of this. I do not. Don't need to. Okay. And here you have your gorgeous impression die with your actual, I think those little holes are supposed to come out. I don't know. I think they are. Anyway, isn't it pretty? Just the way it is. Okay, so that is how we did the little inking. I inked the actual die and then I cut it. And I did that with both of the German borders and the floral layers. Okay, so I was doing both of them at the same time. Let's see if we are. Okay, now we have everything all set up. There we go. And then, yes, I do clean my dies when I get done with them because, you know, I don't know if it's going to go somewhere else, if I'm going to put it, you know. So there we go. So lovely. I know I was upside down on that. I apologize. Okay, so we have our extreme compound borders class done, and we had a little quick lesson on inking with some of your German borders, some of your floral borders. The 3D borders really ink well when they don't have a lot of holes in them. So that is where we're at. Next is going to be mitering. And I apologize, I have no idea when, if I might be able to have some time tomorrow. I'm going to be tearing down Christmas today, and probably tomorrow, and probably another day. So when I get done with that part, then we can come and play with mitering. But I want you to take this on. Find your most challenging dies, the 12-inch dies, cut 8 of each one, and then let's practice bordering, cutting, mitering. We need to miter. We need to miter and put them together. Okay, here we go. 9 edges on each side. That is a lot, right? Okay, we have homework. Yes, we do. You have homework this time. Cut some borders. I would say at least 8 of each, because then you have 2 pages, right? The frame around. And then we'll go from there. All right, loves. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I so appreciate each one of you. Send me some questions if you need something, if you have something. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys soon. Oh, beautiful garland swap. What did you say, B? That sounded really good. You should leave up your beautiful garland. You know, I think that I need to have some Valentine garland. Yes. Thank you so much, B. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Antoinette. Oh my goodness, you're here with me. Thank you, sweet loves. I will talk to you later. Leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your family and friends, and I will see you soon for class 3. It's going to be mitering. Yay! Bye!